my name is Alexandra and welcome to my studio. So I have a new design out and that's the one you see behind me and it's called Luminesque. So it's a top and it's pretty easy construction. The design itself, the stitch pattern looks complex, but it's actually more easier to make and it's got beads. So let me show you. So 2 panels, again, very easy construction. It's made of 2 panels. They're identical to each other. So front and back, it has no difference. And so what you do, you start with a larger size needle and you start working from a bottom up. And here on the bottom, we have those bubbles, but it's just 1 row. If you're not a big fan of bubbles, they make a beautiful edge, but you do it only for 1 row and you're done. So also you can see that it's got beading there and it's tone on tone intentionally because I wanted to be very subtle, not in your face. And then when we're done with this scallop edge here, the stitch pattern changes into cable pattern, and then it's very easy. The same cable pattern you repeat to the end. And on the bottom, like when you reach the top up to here, you switch to size 1 US needle, and because we need very nice and firm top, and then you work this top edge with the kind of eyelets here. So we use those eyelets here. It's just to make it more kind of like less boring at the top. But here we use those eyelets to lace elastic lace trim, which is kind of like a focal point of this garment. And I use, well, I'll talk about in a minute about the trim. So then you work those 2 pieces identically, and you seam the shoulder seam right here before you start lacing, because you really want to have it kind of like a nice, finished edge. And so this is purely decorative, but I think it's a very nice touch. And then you leave the openings here open, but to make it a top, to make it kind of like a sleeve opening here, we tie another lace tie on the side and right here. So that's pretty much it. So let me show you on a small sample, and I made 2 here. So again, we have a scalloped edge here with beading, and then it turns into cable, and there is the eyelets on both sides, and on each side of this like 1 panel, each panel, there is the I-cord edging. It's kind of like a flatter, wider I-cord, but it gives such a beautiful finish, and it looks almost commercially done, which I love. So I-cord edging is one of my favorite things to add in the design. But keep in mind, and I have it in my pattern, work those stitches loosely. So it's very important because otherwise it's gonna pucker. So yeah, but the rest of just you work the the typical the gauge you usually work in. So let me tell you what you need for this design. Oh, let me just tell you, this design is very flattering, very easy to style. You can wear it with a turtleneck, with a tank top, with a short sleeves, long sleeve, anything. So, and whatever you put under, because it's semi-transparent, you can still see, like it could be black, white, whatever you like. And you can wear it with jeans, you can dress it up. So it's a very, very versatile piece. Again, very easy to style. It looks good. And it's also like one of the things that if you're going for a resort and you want to wear a knitted piece, this is a very good idea to make something for vacation. So because, like you can wear it there easily. So regarding the yarn, so this design is a collaboration. I have to apologize. I have a puppy, a new puppy in the house. His name is Squid, and he makes noises. So I'm sorry if you hear him again. So I used this is collaboration with La Bien-Aimée. And I believe it's my 4th collaboration in total. And I could not be happier with the, like our working relationship. And so I used Merino Super Sock for this design. Look how gorgeous it is. And it's very generous yardage. So it's 465 yards per skein. So the top comes in 3 different sizes. For small, medium, that's the sample you see here, large, extra large, and plus size. So for first 2 sizes, from small to up to extra large, you need 4 skeins, and you need 5 for plus size. So you can find this yarn on La Bien-Aimée website or any yarn shop, online on your local yarn shop who carries it. And if you never worked with it before, you're gonna fall in love. Gorgeous. And it doesn't matter what color you pick, the same as that I did or anything else. But keep in mind, this design looks better in tonal or like a semi-tonal color. So just keep it in mind. Even solid would be great, because you can see all the kind of elements of the design here. I'm sorry, that's my squid. It's been barking for 2 hours, so I cannot make this video unless you can hear him bark. My apologies again. So here it is. I'm trying to wait if he's gonna be quiet, because I restarted this video 5 times already, and he's still barking. Okay, so I'm gonna just keep going. So what else? So 4 or 5 skeins of the Bien-Aimée Merino sock, which is fingering. You need 2 sizes of circular needles, and I use Chia glue always. That's the only needles I use. You need US 3 and US 1. So you will need a cable needle, and I'll specify exactly how many for each size of stitch markers. Stitch markers are very important because we want to put them in between each pattern repeat, okay? So we need tapestry needle to sew it together, just to, like it's not much of a sewing. And we need beads. So here is about the beads. Look how gorgeous it is. And I put the link where I got it, the website, with this exactly same color, and this website has many others. You can match any yarn basically. So I got it a while back, as soon as I got my yarn, and look how beautiful this is. Just a perfect combination. But then I make a swatch and I thought, oh my God, my beads just disappear. It's too perfect. It's like it matching perfectly. So I panicked a little bit, and I made the other purchases of other beads and keep making little samples. And by the end, I realized that that was ideal. So because I did want it to be very subtle, so tone on tone, so it just reflects a little bit of light, it's not in your face, but you can do whatever you want. If you want more contrast with your beads, go for it. It's just I was going for a more subtle look. So this is the combination here. And of course, again, you can find this bead. My apologies for the squid. And you will need to use those beads, you will need crochet hook of size 12 US. So size 12 US, and it's very important because we apply it with the bead. So regarding beads, you can make this design without beads, and it says in my pattern what to do, how to, like not include them, what kind of stitch to do instead. But if you want to, if you never worked with beads before and you want to challenge yourself, go for it, because I have video tutorial for the, I'll link it below, and I have a photo tutorial in my pattern how to apply it. It's very easy, but be careful because knitting with beads is very addictive. So then you can apply it to, like, I even make socks with beads. So I love it. And of course, you need lace. So for all sizes, you will need 4 yards of lace. And I try to match the yarn as close as possible. Here's what I learned. So I was looking, and I linked this particular lace below the video, like in Unravelly. So I was looking for elastic lace, and the reason for that is because elastic lace is drapes differently. You know, like usually lace trim kind of like more stiff, but look, if I tie bow with elastic lace, it kind of like, it's got this soft look, and I love it. That's what I was going for. I didn't want my bow to stick out. Okay, so the kind of challenge was to find the kind of narrow one. This is 1 inch wide. So I ordered it, I found it. But what I learned that none of the laces what I purchased, because I got it for my other color as well, looks exactly like it looks in online, because it always looks it in real life it's lighter because it's got elastic in it, you know, so it's white. The elastic thread is white, so it makes even that it's got a tint of kind of lavender tint, but it's never like, you know, perfect matching, you know, matching the yarn perfectly. And because when you look online, it's in a bobbin, and if I wrap it around many times, it does look darker when it's many layers of it. So just keep in mind, whatever color you're gonna order, it's probably, unless it's white, it's gonna come out, if it's elastic, it's gonna be slightly whiter. But it's not a big deal. I love the way it looks, but I was hoping for something which is slightly deeper in color, and there is no such thing basically, unless you're not using elastic. So, but I'm happy with it. So, so yarn, so I was talking about that. Yeah. And of course, you need my pattern. So my pattern is very detailed. It's 8 pages long, not because it's difficult. It's just because I wanted to kind of like eliminate any kind of questions like that you may have. Like I want to answer it here in notes, in description. So it has a written description. It has a chart, photo tutorial of bead application, how to do ties, lots of pictures. And I also did video tutorial of tie lacing and bead application, but it's for other design which is applicable, could be applied to this one. So here it is. So the pattern is available on Ravelry, my website, on Etsy, all linked below. I love it. So I actually kind of very happy the way it turned out. So I'm gonna wear this very soon. This is my size I did, and it's I'm going to teach in September and October in quite a few events. So I'll be wearing this, and I'll be taking this sample with me because this is one of my favorite colors, as long as this one as well too, of course. But again, easy construction, very versatile piece, and flattering to anyone. So I hope you like my new design, ILLUMINESQUE. And if you make it, please tag me because I would like to see your stuff. Check out the yarn, get it while you can. And one of the things, and I put it in notes in Unravelly, if they are sold out on La PNM website, they have a button where you can click and they will notify you whenever it's back in stock. But so it's and they restock pretty often. So isn't it a gorgeous color? This is as well, this is also La PNM, and I love this color. So so get it while you can. So happy meeting, and I'll see you soon. Bye.